Hi everyone, and welcome to the very first temperature blanket update for 2026. Last year I made a puffed flower temperature blanket, my very first time doing such a project, and it was so fun. I told myself I was not going to do one for 2026, but then I saw this pattern on, I think it was TikTok first. It was only $5 on Etsy, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. What's another year following temperatures in Port Alsworth, so it was a fun project last year. It was really interesting. Oh, hi Ozzy, say hi to the people. It was really fun following along last year, and what the heck, let's do it again. I actually had to look up the pattern really quick here on my phone. The pattern is called the Zinnia Hexagon Temperature Blanket Crochet Pattern, and I got it off of Etsy. It's by Caitlin Isabel Designs. It's a very, very well thought out pattern. It's 19 pages long, and it literally gives you like a temperature chart that you can use. It shows you what the layout of the blanket is gonna be. Even for a leap year. It gives you visual and also written out instructions on how to do it. It's actually so handy. I am loving the pattern so far. Before I show you the blanket, let me show you my color scheme, because last year I did every color scheme ranging from pinks, purples, blues, greens, yellows. I wanted to kind of condense it and make it a little bit different this year. And shockingly, I can fit all of my colors except my border color, which I'll go over that later, here in this basket. I actually won this basket. There was an auction at the school, a basket auction, and I really wanted this one, and Jared got it for me. So here's all our colors. As you can see, we're sticking more with the purples, blues, and greens. I spent about 40 minutes in Michael's when we were in Michigan just figuring out the color scheme. I have them all organized right here. Let me talk about what we have so far for the color ranges. Like last year, I don't have them memorized quite yet, so I need to go and look on my cheat sheet on my phone. The butter yellow is for -40 and below. Blush is for the -30s. Peach for -20s, mauve for the -teens, amethyst is 0 to -9, periwinkle is from 1 to 9, ice blue is from 10 to 19, light blue is the 20s, spa is the 30s, arctic is the 40s, reef is the 50s, sage green is the 60s, and then leaf green is the 70s. If it's going to be like last year, we are gonna see a lot of the blues and the leaf green, maybe a handful of the sage green, and maybe a handful of the leaf green, but mostly these purples and these blues. I was really basing my colors based off of what I saw a lot last year, which was 20s, 30s, 40s. So I wanted that to be in the blues, because blue is my favorite color. So that's why we have a lot of blues, and then I decided for colder, we're gonna go to the purples, but then I only went to about -teens, because last year in January, we didn't get down to the -40s like we almost did this year. Actually, we did, but my phone didn't register -40, so my blanket does not have this color. We'll talk about that in a minute. We only got to the -teens the very end of January 2025, and then we didn't hit it again until end of December 2025. So I just picked out these colors literally like a couple days before we left Michigan, so I knew what my my coldest colors would be, which are these ones right here. We might be able to see them still. It's still early, it's just January. But we probably also won't see them until probably December time of later this year. So this is the box of my color scheme. I have it all nicely organized right next to my couch. My cats are also watching the TV, so they're like, I don't know, there's some sort of commercial on. 1 month in, and this is how much I have left of my border color. I haven't even showed you how this blanket is made yet, but just goes to show I probably will need 12 of these, of the off-white, so I can have that border. But this is the main color of my blanket, is going to be the off-white. All of these colors are the Loops and Thread brand from Michaels. I decided I was not going to go with the Big Twist brand just because I know it was a Joann's brand. Michaels sells it now sometimes. Like, there's not a whole lot of like the same colors that I am used to have that no longer exist. Maybe they're in some stores, but in my stores and also online I couldn't find them, so that's okay. Anyways, without further ado, let me show you my temperature blanket so far for January 2026. Already, it's a little bit different from last year. Let me explain. Each month, at the beginning and the end, we'll start with a solid white flower, or like your background flower. Also, this is very helpful. All of this is written out in the pattern as well. It'll start with a solid white and then end with the solid color. And that's something also that's very different. To make the pattern flat, you have to do some half flowers in here too. And that's something I've never done before, so that was a really fun little challenge. But as you can see, this is what the blanket looks like so far. We had a really good range of negatives, 20s. We did get down to the -30s and -40s, but here's the thing. I go off of what my phone is telling me on the AccuWeather app. I know it's not always super accurate, but here's the thing. There's no difference in the color if it's 22 degrees or 28 degrees. It's still that same color. What makes the difference is if it is like -38 or -42 degrees. And I know that like my mom's temperature gauge and my grandma's, they all read like -40 at times, but my phone never read that. So I don't want to just like pick the coldest temps. I'm just gonna go off of what my phone is telling me. That is why the coldest I have it recorded is in the -20s, unfortunately. So it is what it is, but hopefully we'll be able to see those -30s and -40s later on this spring or even later this winter. But towards mid-month, we started to see more blues. So those blues that I was really hoping for in the blanket are really starting to show up. I already know it's going to be significantly larger than the blanket I did last year, and that is okay. Update on that blanket, I have not touched it at all since I made, I think, my December update video. Until last night, I was actually interviewed by a local news producer about my temperature blanket, and it's gonna be on the local news, which is kind of funny but also really exciting. I love it so much. So Cassie, if you're watching this video, hi. Following along for this year's blanket, it was really nice to meet you and I had a blast. I think that like I never would have expected that my little granny hobby would be something that gets me in the local news. So that was exciting. But I still have to do the backing. I still have to do a border because unlike this one where it's like completely straight, there is a lot of lumps and stuff and I need to figure out how to make it straight so then I can put a backing on it. But anyways, this is where I'm at on my 2026 blanket. I'm hoping to do regular monthly updates. I'm also doing short form updates every single week on the short form, both on all forms of social media. I will be gone though the next couple of weeks because we are at the Great American Trade Show. By the time you're seeing this video, we'll be there. So I will be a few weeks behind, but by the time I get home, it'll be great. I can chug along on it and get more of this blanket done. If you guys have specific questions, I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to do this blanket just because it is a purchase pattern. It's not something that I'm doing myself, so I'm not going to give you the direct instructions on how to do it. I feel like that's cheating the creator who created this blanket. So if you guys want to go check out her pattern, it's only $5 on Etsy. I'll link it in the bio of this video if you want to go check it out. But if you have any other questions about this temperature blanket, let me know in the comments because I'll answer in the next video. Thank you guys so much for letting me share my fun little granny hobby with you all. I really enjoy it, and I'm very excited to watch this little baby grow. 1 month in, 11 months to go. See you next time. Bye.